Nobody is coming to save you. Unfortunately, that is the truth out there today. Nobody is going to come and save you. You've got to do it for yourself. Hello, my name is Mark Fitzgerald. It's great to have you joining me here today. So in today's episode, I wanted to talk a little bit differently because I see a lot of people holding themselves back. And I recognize that because I did that for years and years. I expected to win the lottery, to be headhunted, to get my awesome, almost perfect job and have it all fall in my lap. But little did I actually know that it was all down to me. It was down to me to get out of my own way, to put one foot in front of the other and take the actions on a day-to-day basis to create the life that I desire and the world that I desire. People say to me, Mark, are you rich? Well, ask yourself that question. Are you rich? What is rich? Is it having lots and lots of money? Is it having lots of properties? Is it having big businesses? Is that what rich is to you? Or is it having time freedom, being able to do the things that you want with the people that you want to do them with? That for me actually is a rich life. I've built big businesses and I hated it. I now have a decent sized business that gives me opportunities, gives me the lifestyle that I want, means that I enjoy the work that I do rather than being out there and having a massive headache day on day. Why? Because I need more money. I need more money. I need more riches. Now, if that's what you want, and some people do, and that's what drives them, that is fine. But for me, it's all about having a rich life in the fact that I get to do what I want to do. If anybody is like me and is spending year on year working in a job that they hate, in an environment that they feel is toxic, trapped, not being able to get out of that, remember, it's you that can get yourselves out of those traps, out of that environment. So what did I do? Well, I felt trapped. I was in an environment that was toxic, in a working environment, and I felt I couldn't get out. Why? Because I have a family, I have mortgages, I have bills to pay. I can't just up sticks, leave my job and hope for the best. I need to keep the lights turned on. I need to keep the money coming in. So for me, it was looking at the opportunities that were out there that I could potentially do alongside a full-time job and start to build that up. Yes, it meant sacrifices. Yes, it meant more work. But my God, I'm so glad that I did it. And now I always do continue to try and improve what I'm doing. Okay, you need to focus on what you can control. And my word, you can control your own actions. So nobody is going to save you. You have to do this. Whether you're doing joint ventures, teaming up with people, they're not going to save you either. They're in it for themselves. Whether you're good friends, your family members or whatever, you have to just take control of your life. You need to control yourself. You need to be able to control your diet. You need to be able to control what food you put in your mouth. You need to be able to control what you consume. What are you learning? What are you watching? Are you wasting time watching programs, watching the news, all of the toxic stuff that people put out there and companies put out there to brainwash us? Is that what you're consuming all the time? Or are you consuming training that is going to improve your life, that's going to give you a skill for something that you really, really enjoy? Are you using your body? If you're fortunate and you're able to use all of your bodily functions, are you looking after that vehicle? I loved what Warren Buffett said. He said, if we were only given one car to drive around in our whole lives, do you think we'd take better care of our cars? And that's our bodies. We have one body in this lifetime. We have to make sure that we take care of it. Again, it's down to you. It's down to your choices. It's down to the food that you put in your face. I've never accidentally ate anything in my life. And of course, having a business, having a property portfolio, building up something that you can be proud of, something that can pay and give you time freedom is your choice as well. Are you going to sit back and not do anything? Or are you going to get out there and start educating yourself, start taking the opportunities that are out there rather than sitting around saying, well, it's saturated. Everybody's doing that strategy. Everybody's doing that strategy. When I started, it felt like everybody was doing the rent to rent strategy because that's what I started and did. But you know what? They weren't. If you actually walked around a supermarket now and you walked up to nearly everybody in that supermarket and said to them, do you know what rent to rent is? Have you ever done a rent to rent? I bet you on my hand, I could tell you how many people would say yes. There won't be very many at all. I'll be quite honest with you. The only reason a lot of the time that we feel that we're in an environment that's saturated, everybody's doing it, is because we're in a situation where we're in an environment where a lot of people are doing it. Our devices, our phones are always listening to us. So what are they sending onto your feed? Well, I'm talking about property. I'm looking at doing rent to rent. They're sending rent to rent information to your stories, to your feeds so that you see it. Why? Because they think that's what you want to see. So it's not that everybody's doing it. Yes, there are people doing it, but not everybody's doing it. So if you want to take action, you want to start doing something, you want to get out there and build something, start today. Start following people that are doing what it is that you achieve. Listen, if they have case studies from successful people. I have students always coming on here who tell you their stories. Why? Because it's all right me saying it, but you want to hear it from people that have done it other than myself. That's why I love when my students are successful, to get them onto my podcast, get them on this channel so that you can listen to their stories as well and see everybody from different backgrounds going out there, learning how to do this properly. And if that's you and you're sat on the fence, reach out to us. Visit thepropertyunleashed.com. There's free tools and resources there. Rent-to-rent training for HMOs, serviced accommodation, deal sourcing. There's guides, there's deal stackers. Just go on there and help yourself. And if you want to take it to that extra level, you want bespoken training that works. Okay, this has worked for me and it's worked for hundreds of other people now as well. Then invest in yourself and come and join us for those. And like I say, you don't have to. Use the free tools and resources and see whether it's right for you. But remember, it's you that's got to do this, and only you alone, okay? You cannot rely on anybody else. I've got into joint venture partnerships before, and it felt safety in numbers. As humans, we love a bit of safety in numbers, don't we? That herd mentality. But the fact of the matter was, I soon realized that I still need to be the driving force behind it. I still need to go that extra mile. Why? Because people will let you down along the way. So the one person that you have to live with, that you've got to stay with, your vehicle is you. So make sure that you're ready for the challenge. You're ready for the fight, as they say. We don't want any fisticuffs, but you're ready for the fight to move yourself forward. And you are taking the steps each and every day to do this. Other excuses I hear is, don't have any time, got a family, got a day job. Where am I supposed to find time to do this? Well, the next time you sit down and you start watching some rubbish TV series or some news or something like that, yes, we need to stay up to date with the news and things. Start to think, could I have not spent half an hour to an hour before I went to bed learning something, educating myself? Could I get up a little bit earlier to learn something and get educated? That is what I still do now. Still do it. I try and make sure that I learn something new each and every day. Even if it's just reading 10 pages of a self-development book each and every day, I read the 10 pages, or I read until I've learned something, and then I journal what I've learned so that I can reference it, so that I can go back to it. That is a little trick and a habit you want to start getting into. If you have no money, okay, you want to start something, but you don't know where to start. Why? Because you just have no money. Then start looking at all of your accounts, seeing exactly what you're spending all your money on, and try to make a saving somewhere. Try to make a sacrifice somewhere if you can. Not everybody can. I understand that the price and the cost of living's gone through the roof, which is why I'm very, very happy to have my own businesses that support me. And you can do the same. But if you cannot even save that money, then try and invest whatever money you have in self-development. Get some books, but don't just read the books. You know, don't just go through them and scour them. Consume the books, consume the knowledge. Listen to the podcast, 100% free podcast, Property Unleashed podcast. Listen to it, but don't just listen to it. Write down your learnings. Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, I like the sound of that. Start making and journaling your own roadmap. And of course, you can supercharge your results and speed them up a lot better by joining communities as well. And of course, the Property Unleashed can help you with free tools and resources. But remember, you've got to go and get them. I've made them and I've put them there. No cost whatsoever. Just go and help yourself to them. I cannot actually take you there to download them yourself. As the old saying goes, you can take a horse to water, you can't make him drink it. So it is down to you to take those action steps. Start planning out your week, start planning out your time, start looking and focusing on the future that you want to live. And I want you to live it as well, because it can be done. So what are you going to do after watching or listening to this that's going to move you one step closer to your goals? If you need any help or you want to tell me what that step is, then reach out to us, social media, or email us. But we are here to help and support you. There's lots of links in the show notes for these as well. But I'm always interested to know what people are going to be doing. So do feel free to reach out to us. Get out there, take the next step, and change your life for the better forever. Take care, and I enjoy seeing you or you listening to the next episode, maybe now. But if not, very, very soon. Take care. Bye for now.